My boyfriend didn't help me move out, so I dumped him. So I'd been dating Owen for 2 years. 2 whole years of this guy telling me he'd always have my back, that I could count on him. All that stuff you want to hear from someone you're with. We weren't living together, but we talked about it maybe happening next year. 3 months ago, I found out my landlord was selling my building. I had 60 days to find a new place and get out. Owen knew about this the entire time. He watched me stress over apartment listings every night after work, helped me narrow down neighborhoods, even came with me to tour places. When I finally signed the lease for a 1-bedroom across town, he said don't worry about moving day because he'd help me with everything. Moving day was set for Saturday. I'd borrowed my coworker's pickup truck for the day, bought pizza and a case of beer for anyone helping, spent 2 weeks packing everything into boxes I got from the liquor store. Friday night around 10, Owen texts me that he'll be at my place at 8 in the morning ready to load up. Saturday morning, 7:50, I'm taping up the last box in my kitchen when my phone rings. It's Owen. He sounds off, like distracted or something. He tells me something came up and he can't make it. I just stood there holding the tape gun asking what he meant. He said his manager called about an inventory issue at work and he had to go in. On a Saturday morning, his job is at an auto parts store that doesn't open until 10 on weekends. I asked him how there's an inventory emergency at 8 in the morning before the store even opens. He got annoyed, said his manager needed him to check some shipment that came in wrong yesterday and it was urgent. It sounded like complete garbage, but he kept insisting he had no choice. Then he said maybe he could stop by later in the afternoon if things wrapped up early enough. I hung up without saying anything else. Just stared at my apartment full of boxes, feeling this knot in my stomach. This wasn't helping him grab something from the store. This was everything I owned needing to get moved 15 miles across the city. And he just ditched me with the weakest story I'd ever heard. My brother showed up at 8:30 like he'd promised. Then my coworker Jade pulled up with her boyfriend around 9. The 3 of them helped me carry everything down 3 flights of stairs, load the truck, drive across town, and haul it all up to my new second-floor apartment. It took us until almost 3 in the afternoon. My back was killing me. Owen never called, never texted to check in, nothing. We'd just finished setting up my bed frame when my phone buzzed. Owen texted asking how the move went, if I needed anything, like he was checking in on some casual weekend plans. I left him on read. Half an hour later he called. I answered and he immediately started going on about how insane his day was, how the inventory was a total mess, and his manager had him reorganizing the whole stockroom. I said okay and hung up while he was still talking. That's when Jade came out of my bathroom looking at her phone with this weird expression. She asked if Owen's ex-girlfriend was named Nina. I said yeah, they dated for like 3 years before we got together. Why? Jade said her cousin Brent just posted on his Instagram story. He'd spent all day helping his friend Nina move to a new apartment on the south side. She turned her phone toward me. There in the photo was a group of people standing in front of a moving truck. And right there in the middle, wearing the same gray shirt I'd seen him wear 100 times, was Owen. The location tag said it was posted 2 hours ago. I felt like the floor dropped out. Jade started apologizing, saying she had no idea, asking if I wanted her to call Brent. I just took a screenshot of the story and texted it to Owen with one message. This is why you couldn't help me move? My phone rang immediately. I answered and didn't say anything. Owen started talking fast, saying Nina had texted him last week asking for help and he'd forgotten to tell me, that she didn't have anyone else to ask, that they'd stayed friends after breaking up and he felt bad saying no. I asked him why he lied about work. He stumbled over his words, said he knew I'd be upset if I found out, so he made up the inventory thing. Like lying made it better. Like helping your ex move was more important than helping your actual girlfriend on the same day. I told him we were done. He started arguing that I was blowing this out of proportion, that he would have helped me, but Nina had already asked him first, and he didn't want to flake on her. He said that, out loud, that he didn't want to flake on her, so he flaked on me instead. I hung up and blocked his number.